Hey y'all, welcome back to Nini's Texas Kitchen. Today we're going to make Southern Pecan Praline Cake. So what you need for this is you're going to need 2/3 of a cup of softened butter. I have that here. You're going to need 1 cup of white sugar and 2/3 cup of packed light brown sugar. You need 3 eggs. You need 1 tablespoon of vanilla. You're going to need 2 cups of sifted cake flour, along with a heaping teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, and a heaping 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 3/4 plus 2 tablespoons of milk. So that's for and 3 eggs. That's the actual cake mix. And then I'll tell you the frosting in a little bit. So first, what you need to do, preheat your oven to 350. So I have mine heating up. I have prepared a 9 by 13 inch baking pan, cake pan. You can also do this recipe in 2 9-inch round pans also. And when we get it ready, we're going to bake it for 30 to 35 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. So to make the cake mix, the first thing you're going to do is put your softened butter in a bowl and beat that until it's light and fluffy. You just want to get it nice and fluffy and creamy. And that looks pretty good. It doesn't take that long. Next thing I'm going to do is add my sugars. And combine that until your sugars and butter are creamed together. And then once we get that all combined, which it's looking pretty good. Alright, now we'll add 1 egg at a time and beat in between each egg. Until it's creamy. And our oven's finished preheating now. So it doesn't take long. Now we'll add our second egg. And then we'll add our third one in a minute. It's getting nice and fluffy. One more egg, and then we'll add our other ingredients. All right, now I'm going to add my vanilla. 1 tablespoon. Now I'm going to add my 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Get that all mixed in good. And you can see how fluffy the mixture is, which is good. That's what you want. So now I'm going to add about 1/3 of my flour, baking powder, baking soda mixture. And don't forget, it's 2 cups of sifted flour, 1 heaping teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 heaping teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm going to add it about 1/3 of the way in. And I'm going to add in a little bit of my milk. And then take your spatula and just make sure you scrape the sides to get everything off the sides and keep it all mixed in together, like so. Because you want all your mixture to get in there. Now we'll do some more flour. And some more milk. And we'll keep repeating this. So we'll be back in just a second and show you the finished result. All right, our cake mix has been all combined, as you can see. And now we're going to put it into our cake pan that's been prepared. I rubbed shortening all throughout it. You can use butter. And then I coated it with a thin layer of flour so that my cake will not stick. If you were going to remove the cake from the pan, you might want to put a piece of parchment down in the bottom just because it makes it easier to get the cake out. And then just spread your cake mix into all four corners. Like so. Don't scrape the bottom though. You don't want to mess up your flour. Bottom, and then I just give mine a shake like so to make sure it's all level and even. Now we're going to stick it in a 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes until a toothpick inserted comes out clean, and we'll come back at that point and show you what it looks like. Okay y'all, while our cake is baking, we're going to go ahead and make the frosting for this. So what you need for this one is really simple. You need a half a cup of softened butter or 1 stick of softened butter. You need 4 cups of powdered sugar. You need 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. You need 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream. And if you don't have that, milk is fine. And you need 1 cup of chopped pecans. So the first thing that you need to do is just cream your butter again until it's nice and smooth and creamy like we did on the cake mix. Like so. Then we're going to add in our powdered sugar. And go ahead and add in your vanilla and a little bit of the cream. Not all of it yet. Do a little bit at a time. And then we beat it together until it starts to come together. And you can see it's already starting to combine. So you want to make sure you get it up on the sides and everything, like so. And now that it is starting to come together, I can add the rest of my cream to make it nice and smooth and creamy. And as you can see, it's making a nice, smooth, thick, creamy frosting. Okay, so that's all you have to do once you have all of that mixed in together really well. Just set your beaters to the side. And now you just want to take your chopped pecans, and I chop mine in a food processor, but you can cut them up on a cutting board if you want to. It doesn't really matter. It's just easier and faster for me to do it that way. But they're chopped up. Now I'm going to put them in the frosting, and you just want to stir them all the way through, like so. And that's what will give it that southern praline pecan taste once your cake is ready, along with that brown sugar that you added to the mix. So once you get them all mixed in really good, your frosting is done. You can just set it to the side, and you won't put it on until your cake has completely cooled. So when our cake is done and cooled, we'll come back and show you the next step. All right, y'all, our cake came out of the oven. It took right at 30 minutes, and it's nice and golden brown. It's pulled away from the sides, and it was toothpick was clean when I pulled it out. And so now I've made the frosting. I showed that to you earlier. So now we're just gonna put the frosting on our cake. So just take it and put it in a few spots like so. So you don't have to do as much spreading. Get it all on there. All right, now we'll just spread it around. And we'll try some. Like I say, you can make this as a layered cake using 2 9-inch round cake tins. But I just wanted to do a simple 9 by 13-inch cake today. And that's all there is to it. If you make it in the tiered one with the 2 9-inch rounds, you can always shave some chocolate, put some chocolate shavings on top just to decorate it, but it's not necessary. So I just did mine like this. So now it's all done, and we'll just test it out and see what we think. Take a little slice. Nice simple cake. All right, let's try it. That's really good. It's perfect. Nice brown sugary flavor to the cake itself. It's nice and moist and soft, and then the icing just tops it off. It's so good. If you like my video making Southern Praline Pecan Pie, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Please tell your friends to go subscribe also. Go back and watch all my other videos and continue to watch in the future. And we'll see y'all next time in Nini's Texas Kitchen.